As the NBA regular season inches closer, Los Angeles is buzzing with anticipation. Every single fan is counting down the days until purple and gold hit the hardwood again. But while the NBA is still weeks away, the action has already started overseas. And right now, one of the brightest stars in basketball is carrying the weight of an entire nation on his shoulders at Eurobasket 2025. Leave your like and subscribe to the channel so you don't miss any updates. Yes, I'm talking about Luka Doncic, the Lakers' superstar. The man who just dropped an insane 42 points for Slovenia in his latest outing. A performance that left fans and analysts completely speechless. But here's the twist. While Luka has been dominating on the court, there's been a cloud of concern hanging over his head. A shadow that had Lakers Nation holding its breath. Just last month, in a game against Latvia, Luka Doncic suffered a lower body injury. He was seen limping off the court, sparking panic and endless speculation. Was this just a minor setback? Or could it threaten his availability for the upcoming NBA season? The questions piled up, and the silence was deafening. But now, we finally have an update. And it comes straight from someone who knows Luka better than anyone, his father, Sasa Doncic. In an interview with Seoul.net, Sasa reassured fans everywhere. His words were clear: Luka is fine. Yes, he's dealing with bumps, bruises, and the physical toll of international basketball. But according to his father, there is nothing major to worry about. And let me tell you, that's a huge relief. Because if there's one thing everyone knows, it's that Eurobasket isn't easy. These tournaments are brutal. Games nearly every other night, grueling minutes, and the pressure of representing your country. For Luka, it's even tougher. He isn't just a player on Slovenia's roster. He is Slovenia. The offense runs through him. The defense depends on him. The spotlight follows him everywhere he goes. Sasa even admitted, it would be strange if Luka wasn't in pain. Think about that. The schedule is relentless. The responsibility is massive. And the workload is unlike anything he'll face in the NBA. Yet somehow, Luka keeps showing up. Somehow, he keeps delivering jaw-dropping performances, like that unforgettable game against Italy. But Sasa also made another point, one that fans often forget: Luka can't do it alone. Without the other 4 players on the court, those 42 points might never have happened. Too often, the conversation is only about Doncic. But basketball is a team game. And while Luka is the star, his teammates matter too. Still, make no mistake about it, this is Luka Doncic's show. And the message from his father is clear: Lakers fans can exhale. Everything is under control. Now, let's talk about the numbers. Because what Luka Doncic is doing at Eurobasket 2025 isn't just impressive, it's historic. He's averaging 34 points per game. Add to that 8.2 rebounds, 7.2 assists, and 3.2 steals. That's not just filling up the stat sheet. That's complete domination. His shooting has been lights out. Over 61% from the field, 32% from beyond the arc, and here's the kicker: nearly 90% from the free throw line. That's a massive jump from his 78% in the NBA last season. If Luka keeps shooting free throws at this clip, good luck stopping him. And let's not forget, Slovenia has advanced to the round of 16, with Doncic leading the charge every step of the way. He's not just playing well, he's carrying his country deeper and deeper into the tournament. Each game feels like another chapter in what could become one of the greatest Eurobasket runs of all time. But while Slovenia dreams of glory, Lakers Nation has a different hope. They're watching closely. They're cheering for Luka's success. But more than anything, they want him back in Los Angeles, healthy, strong, and ready to dominate in purple and gold. Because here's the reality: the Lakers' season depends on him. At 26 years old, Luka Doncic is already one of the most unstoppable forces in basketball. Pair that with LeBron James, now 40 years old and still defying the odds, and you have a duo that could light up the NBA. But only if Luka returns without setbacks. Only if this Eurobasket run ends without disaster. So the question lingers: will Luka Doncic's international heroics fuel him for a legendary NBA season? Or will the heavy minutes and physical toll come back to haunt him when the lights shine brightest in Los Angeles? For now, one thing is certain: the world is watching. Lakers fans are watching. And Luka Doncic. He's proving once again why he's not just a star, but a global phenomenon. LeBron James. Just hearing the name sparks emotions, debates, and headlines across the entire world of basketball. At 40 years old, the Los Angeles Lakers superstar is once again in the spotlight. Not because of a trade, not because of another record broken, but because of what comes next. For the first time, LeBron opened up about his future after basketball. And let me tell you, his answer might surprise you. In an exclusive conversation with CGTN Sports Scene, LeBron made it clear that when he eventually retires, one option is completely off the table. Coaching. When asked if he'd ever consider becoming a coach, LeBron didn't hesitate. He laughed and said, "No. No, 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 no. No coaching for me. I was inspired by the game. I love the game. But coaching is not in my future." And right there, LeBron shut down an idea many fans had been dreaming about. The thought of King James on the sidelines, mentoring the next generation, passing on his wisdom from 2 decades of dominance. But the truth is, he's not interested. And honestly, can you blame him? Think about it. LeBron is about to enter his 23rd NBA season. 23 years at the absolute highest level of competition. He's already broken records that seemed untouchable. This year, he will officially become the first player in history to reach 23 seasons played, surpassing the legendary Vince Carter. That's not just longevity. That's dominance, extended over an entire generation. Last season, at the age of 39 turning 40, LeBron suited up for 70 games with the Lakers. His production? Still elite. Over 24 points per game. More than 8 assists. Nearly 8 rebounds. Shooting splits above 50% from the field, almost 38% from 3, and nearly 80% from the free throw line. Numbers that most stars in their prime would dream about. And what did he get in return? Another All-Star appearance. Another All-NBA selection. Proof that age is just a number when it comes to LeBron James. So yes, he has the knowledge. Yes, he has the experience. And yes, he has the credibility to lead from the sidelines. But let's face it, coaching is a completely different world. History has shown us how difficult that transition really is. Magic Johnson, one of the greatest Lakers of all time, tried coaching in the 90s. It lasted only 16 games. Why? Because being a superstar and being a coach are 2 completely different realities. Steve Nash, one of the smartest point guards to ever play the game, lasted just a little over 2 seasons with the Brooklyn Nets before being dismissed. Wilt Chamberlain tried his hand with the San Diego Conquistadors of the ABA, for 1 year only. And even Tim Duncan, one of the most respected and disciplined players ever, served as an assistant coach for the Spurs before stepping away for good. The truth is simple. Greatness on the court doesn't always translate to greatness on the bench. And LeBron knows this. Sure, he's had moments of leadership. He's pushed his teammates, guided younger players, and even clashed with them, sometimes very publicly. Who can forget when Kyrie Irving demanded a trade away from Cleveland in 2017, despite sharing the floor with LeBron? Or all those subtle passive-aggressive messages LeBron has posted on social media through the years, aimed at teammates who weren't meeting his standards. LeBron's leadership has always been unique. He leads by example, with his work ethic, his preparation, and his dominance on the floor. But when it comes to handling younger players who don't share his same drive, the tension has often been visible. And that's exactly the kind of dynamic that makes coaching so difficult. Because as a coach, you can't just lead by example. You have to manage egos, handle personalities, and build chemistry. Sometimes, it means being patient with players who don't share your intensity. Sometimes, it means lowering your expectations. And for someone like LeBron James, who has spent his entire career demanding greatness, that might simply not be possible. So instead of becoming a coach, LeBron seems destined to inspire in other ways. Look at the path of other legends. Michael Jordan never coached. Shaquille O'Neal never coached. Kobe Bryant never coached. But each of them left an indelible mark on the game through mentorship, business ventures, media projects, and inspiration that transcended the basketball court. LeBron James is already following that same model. Through his foundation, through his I Promise School, through his media company Spring Hill Entertainment, he's already shaping the future in ways that go far beyond coaching. And yet, the most fascinating part of all of this is that he's still playing. He's still dominating. He's still competing for championships with the Lakers. While others his age have long retired, LeBron continues to defy time, shattering every expectation of what's possible for a professional athlete at 40 years old. So when he laughs and says, "No coaching for me," it's not just a rejection of the idea. It's a statement. LeBron is not interested in repeating what others have done. He's creating his own path. A path that might keep him connected to the game forever, but not in the traditional way fans imagined. Because in the end, LeBron James doesn't need to sit on a bench to inspire. He's been doing it his entire career. And when he finally retires, his impact will continue to be felt in ways no coach could ever match. LeBron James. A player who redefined longevity. A leader who redefined influence. And a legend who, even after basketball, will continue to shape the game, without ever wearing a coach's suit. The Los Angeles Lakers. What a roller coaster of an off-season it has been. And let's be real, this is LA we're talking about. The drama never ends, and every single summer, the Lakers find a way to keep themselves at the center of the NBA world. Fans expected fireworks. A massive, game-changing trade. The type of roster shakeup that dominates headlines and immediately flips championship odds. Instead, what they got was a little different. 3 new role players, solid additions for sure, and only one departure. On the surface, it looks like a decent off-season. But here's the thing, when you're the Los Angeles Lakers, decent isn't enough. This team is built for championships, not for pretty good. And right now, there's a feeling in the air that something bigger still needs to happen. Something that could take this roster from playoff team to title contender. Which brings us to the name buzzing around Laker Nation, Andrew Wiggins. Yes, you heard that right. Former All-Star Andrew Wiggins is once again being linked to the purple and gold. According to NBA insider Mark Stein, the Lakers are keeping a close eye on him and could be positioning themselves for a blockbuster move. Now let's put this into perspective. Wiggins, 30 years old, is set to make $28.2 million this season, with a $30.2 million player option waiting in 2026 to 27. That's a big commitment for any franchise, but Stein makes it clear, the situation has changed. Before Luka Doncic's future with the Lakers was secured, Wiggins wasn't even seen as a real target. But now, everything is different. And if a team like the Miami Heat decides to shed salary in the coming weeks or months, Los Angeles could be ready to pounce. But what would it take to bring Wiggins to Hollywood? That's the million-dollar question, or should I say the $90 million question. Reports earlier this summer suggested that the asking price for Wiggins would be steep, at least 2 first-round draft picks. And that's not all. The deal could also include a key player like Rui Hachimura or rookie Dalton Knecht. Painful. Yes. Risky. Absolutely. But imagine the upside. Picture this, LeBron James, Luka Doncic, and Andrew Wiggins sharing the same floor. 3 players who can score, defend, and play their roles without stepping on each other's toes. Wiggins doesn't need the ball in his hands to be effective. He thrives on defense, taking on the opponent's toughest assignment, and knocking down shots when the team needs him most. In other words, the exact type of player who could relieve pressure from LeBron and Luka and give the Lakers that missing edge. And let's not forget, Wiggins has been battle-tested. He's played with superstars before. He knows what it means to sacrifice personal numbers for the good of the team. He knows how to buy into a system and perform on the biggest stage. For a team chasing banners in the rafters of Crypto.com Arena, that experience is priceless. But here's the complication, the Lakers draft capital. They currently own 5 first-round picks, with the crown jewel being their 2031 pick. That pick, because it's so far down the line, is extremely valuable in trade discussions. Teams love it. And so far, Los Angeles has been very hesitant to give it up. They've made it clear that they won't just throw away their future for a quick fix. However, when it comes to acquiring a superstar, all bets are off. Rob Pelinka, the Lakers president, has shown time and time again that if the right deal lands on his desk, he won't hesitate. If Wiggins is truly the missing piece, don't be surprised if that 2031 pick is suddenly in play. The question now is timing. The Lakers have been linked to Wiggins all summer long, yet here we are, less than a month away from the start of the season, and nothing has materialized. The clock is ticking, the speculation is heating up, and fans are left wondering, will Los Angeles actually pull the trigger, or is this just another headline that disappears when the games begin? One thing is certain, the pressure is on. LeBron James is heading into his 23rd season at age 40, still playing at a level no one could have predicted. Luka Doncic is locked in for the long haul, ready to step into the spotlight as the next face of the franchise. The window for championships is open right now, but it won't stay open forever. So ask yourself, does Andrew Wiggins become the final piece of the puzzle? Or will the Lakers gamble that this roster, as it stands, has enough firepower to chase banner number 18? The next few weeks could define the future of this franchise. And one thing's for sure, in Los Angeles, the drama never ends.